The White House is pulling out all the stops for Pope Benedict as he celebrates his 81st birthday in Washington.
They're expecting thousands of people, upwards of possibly 9,000 people. It will be one of the largest arrival ceremonies ever held at the White House.
Even bigger than last year's ceremony for Britain's Queen Elizabeth. But amid all the excitement and celebration, the pontiff is sounding a serious tone. During the transatlantic flight, he offered the most extensive remarks to date on the sex abuse scandal that rocked the Catholic Church.
We are deeply ashamed and we will do all the possible that this cannot happen in future.
He said the Vatican is actively working to weed out pedophiles in the church.
Because it's more important to have good priests as to have many priests.
But some of the victims of abuse say the Pope's comments don't go far enough.
He's not meeting with survivors and sitting down and talking with us and asking us what can be done. He should be ashamed.
The Pope also plans to tackle the issue of immigration, cautioning President Bush on the separation of families, which he calls dangerous for the social, moral, and human fabric. For his part, the president will raise human rights issues and address hunger and disease in Africa. One topic he will not bring up, the Iraq War, which the Vatican strongly opposes. But church officials say the trip is not all about politics, rather inspiring Christian hope to Catholics and non-Catholics alike.
You know, this is very historic. I'm not a Catholic, but I would like to have a glimpse, at least a glimpse of the Pope.
Like a lot of Baptist churches have, maybe once a year they do a revival. This is kind of like a revival for my whole life.
By all accounts, this is an historic trip. The Pope will perform open-air masses here in Washington and New York. He'll address the United Nations and lead prayers at Ground Zero. But in the nation's capital, his visit marks only the second time for a pontiff to meet at the White House. Even his landing was history-making, with the President and First Lady waiting with a personal welcome, President Bush's first airport greeting for any foreign leader. This week, Pope Benedict hits another milestone. On Saturday, it'll be the third anniversary since his election as the head of the Roman Catholic Church. John Jessup, CBN News, the White House.
Well, I think it's great that we have welcomed the pontiff with such ceremony and that the president has knocked himself out to meet with him. I think it shows respect for religious values and also the fact that we must work together, Protestants, Catholics, and those of faith, to oppose those that are trying to destroy our civilization. And I think the president sees the pontiff as a terrific ally. He's also dealt rather forthrightly with the sex scandal that's rocked the church. The payments now are estimated at $2 billion to the survivors of priestly sex abuse. And there's still some bishops that have to be dealt with. The Pope has a hard job ahead of him, but he looks like he's up to the task, and we congratulate him on what he's doing.